Previously on the Dreamhouse. In the last episode, we were so creative with working on the map, we were able to come up with this whole new layout that needs to be filled. So here's the Pinkprints for today. Alright, getting straight into business, we are here with Tom Nook, and of course, we're chatting about renovations. In the last stream, I left the entire center towards the airport and resident service untouched, so today, that is the very first task we will be doing. I decided in order to do that, really focus on the entrance, I'll need to move my home. So I'm quickly making that transaction so we can be out of the way and ready for any creativity that comes. Now that we have our home place in the perfect spot, we can finally start today's activities. So this is how it looks. I live in the center of a heart. I'm so happy with how it has perfectly fit inside this. Now we're going to step up so you can see the full heart and then head over to that entrance, which I'm very excited to terraform and try some new ideas on today. Okay, so I have this super big vision for my entrance, and I want it to feel like a real Barbie dream house. If it's your first time tuning into the series, my vision is the whole time you're walking around the island, you feel like you're inside of a real Barbie's home, which means I have the large task of making you feel indoors the whole time. If you watch back previous episodes, you'll see that I do a pretty good job at this, and that's one of the main reasons why my island setting is snow. Today, as I start my terraforming, I am keeping in mind this vision of an elevator and hoping to pull it off with the help of my friend Mina. Mina is so helpful to the Dreamhouse and all of my Animal Crossing islands, so if you're not familiar with my Twitch streams, just know she is a big star in the iCry community, and she's also known as Ballerina Barbie here on the island. Hopefully, she can get to work on making me some super cute pink elevator doors that we can customize throughout time to fit perfectly in the Dreamhouse. I've put these terraformed cliffs very close to the entrance, and honestly, it feels really wrong. I don't know about you guys, but I always like to make like a very open, forced perspective type of view when walking into an island. So having cliffs a square away from the airport is really frying my brain, but for the sake of the vision, the concept, and the idea, I think that we're going to have to do this because I want you to really feel like you're going up that elevator when you first enter in. Right now, what you're seeing is me planning where I want to put the staircase. Since obviously we don't have the clear elevators in the game, the staircases are the easiest, most practical way of emulating an elevator. With that being said, I am making this very long type of walkway so I can still put codes on panels in front of this. That way we can still make it feel like there's an elevator here. For now, while I work on this area, I'm going to place down the floorings and use a placeholder code for the elevator, which is just some basic gray elevator code that I found in the game. Honestly, shout out to that person because they gave us the inspo for the super cute Barbie-esque one coming later in the build. Okay, now as I placed on these elevator codes, I want to once again remind you that this is a placeholder. Obviously, they're not going to look the best because I don't think they were meant to be on panels outside. I think they were more so meant to be used indoors, like as stickers on the wall in your home. But I really just need these ones to see the overall vision, so we're working with what we have while Mina works behind the scenes to create us some cutesy pink Barbie-fied themed doors for our elevator. Okay, here are the elevator doors kind of lined up. I think we can work with this. Snap transition if it were pink and meant to be outdoors. Thanks again, Mina, for these beautiful elevator doors, which I can't wait to see continue to upgrade and progress as I come up with more ideas for them. But for now, these are the pink elevator doors, and I think with some really good items and decorating, they can look really cute. For now, I am going to try out just some basic items that I do have because honestly, I don't have much right now, so keep that in mind. But I do think like a nice arch in the background to kind of shape the elevator would look really cool. Maybe some pillars behind. So we're going to go look at my storage and see what we do have. In my mind, I'm hoping for a castle gate and some decorative pillars, but I don't know what I have inside the storage, so we're gonna grab whatever we think would work best. Okay, getting a good look at the items that I chose based off of the limited amount that I have access to right now. I think this is cute, but it's definitely more Barbie princess than Barbie itself. And honestly, I do think that other items would serve the entrance even better. So for now, we're gonna hold off on decorating it. We're really happy and excited to have these elevator doors in general and the concept to even be here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to plan out some terraforming for this area. My first thought for terraforming today is going to be a heart shape. I'm a huge fan of heart shapes on maps in Animal Crossing, and as everyone knows at this point, I'm the queen of terraforming and making beautifully displayed maps for my islands. So this one is not exempt, of course. There's not many spaces in between the resident service and the airport, so I am nervous on how this heart shape imagery will work, as well as the fact that it is not centered to both the resident services doors and the airport. It's about a square space off. So we're gonna just keep checking the map, seeing how it goes. This might be a flop, but it is a test that I thought I'd show you. Maybe you'll have some other ideas. Maybe you'll end up sharing some inspo in the comments for me. Okay, at this point we have the heart-shaped concept and it doesn't look terrible, but this cliff is interfering with the heart, so I'm going to shorten it and see if I like it more. I'm still not fully sold on the heart shape. I do think it's okay, but not my favorite. So you'll have to let me know, do you like this heart shape? Are you a fan of it? Should I end up keeping it? We'll see. Okay, looking at the map with the heart and the cliffs cut, I'm still not in love. So here I am going back in, and I think I'm just gonna go with a basic square shape. It's a little bit simple, it's not my most complex style build, especially for a map display, and I don't even know if I will love this decision that I'm making, but to play it safe for now and just get some more progress done on Dreamhouse today, that's the decision I decided to go with. Again, if you ended up liking the heart or you had another vision in mind for the entrance, please let me know. Some things to keep in mind are the decor. For decorating this island, I am using a lot of simple panels and curtains to cover up the cliffs. That way it feels like you are indoors. If things are rounded, you won't be able to cover them, or slanted like this heart here. I'm not using any trees either since it is indoors, so we don't have the luxury of using foliage like we would in my other islands to cover up sharp edges or rounded edges. I'm curious to see if anyone ends up coming up with a really cool concept for this entrance, since mine is a little bit basic compared to usual ones, but I do appreciate your appreciation for my island. And at this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start filling in some of the layout that we had done last time, so that way we can start working on other Barbie's homes. If you guys didn't know, I am looking for a new viewer to live on my island this month, if you're watching currently in August of 2025. I have myself, Astronaut Barbie, Ballerina Barbie, and now Teacher Barbie, which I'm still working on, so stay tuned for next episode to see more. However, I decided to take this little map break these last few episodes. That way I can make sure there's enough space for several more winners to move into the Dreamhouse when the time comes. So if you haven't gotten to work on your presentations, now's the time to do so, okay? I want to see a Dr. Barbie, I want to see a Malibu or Mermaid Barbie, and I want to see, most importantly, a Barbie that you're proud of and that you want to play. If you're curious on how to become a Barbie on the island, there is information in the about section of this video and also in my Discord server or on my website iCrybaby.com. I'm really hopeful that I'm going to get lots of submissions to tour at the end of the month. So get to work, okay? And at this point, as we look at the map and we see the simplicity that comes from it, I'm now going to jump in and just start filling in all the spaces from last time, okay? So at this point, I want to thank you for watching the video, and hopefully you will comment your ideas or the Barbies that you want to be sooner than later. And yeah, stay tuned to see how the map turns out today. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that the calm lo-fi will get you inspired to work on your island alongside me. Okay, and as I finish filling up things, this is about what we have left on the map, and I'm so excited to try to finish that in the next episode or so. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Catch you next week on a new episode of the Dreamhouse.